kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, babe.
यार गेम खेले यार, बहुत देर हो गए, बहुत देर से वेट करना है स्टीम लगाने के चक्कर में। पर रट्टा रहता है भाई, दिमाग का ई ऊ हो जाता है। ओके, ये लाइव कर रहा है, करन तो लाइव। हेलो ब्रो, तुम आ गए यार। यार देखना, तुम्हारे मॉड तो मैं तुम्हें बनाया, देखना कुछ सेटिंग तुम्हारे में हो सकती है कि नहीं। ये वाली मैं ही लगा सकता हूँ, ये वाली क्या बोलते हैं, सुपर चैट वाली। मुझे लग नहीं रहा तुम्हारे हाथ में। हाँ, तुम्हारे में फैन फंडिंग क्या होता है? हेलो, पता नहीं क्या है, ऑल मैसेज नहीं भाई, ये तुम्हारे में नहीं, नहीं होगा भाई, तुम्हारे लिए ऐसा लग रहा है मुझे। पावर नहीं मेरे भैया, लैग कैसे है? ओके, नहीं हो रहा, ट्रांसजेंड। हमारा यार वो मिशन अटका पड़ा था यार, मेरा दिमाग खराब हो गया। मैं सोच रहा हूँ ये हफ्ता, अगले हफ्ते में हम खेलने वाले हैं वाइल्ड, सॉरी वाइल्ड कह रहा हूँ, वाइल्ड गेट, ना कि वाइट हैंड। इंस्टॉल कर लिया मैंने, थोड़ा मैं टेस्टिंग वेस्टिंग कर लूँ उसका, चल कैसा रहा सो ही करते हैं। ठीक है हैं, ठीक, किधर बुला रहे हैं? कहाँ बुला रही है मुझे? देखते हैं ना, फिर आगे मिलेंगे तो कहाँ पे है। फैन ऑन कर देना, अम्मी करो तो। हाँ, वो जाने, उनका काम जाने, सब बात है ना। वो जाने, उनका काम जाने, मत छोड़, बात करो। ओहो, ये है लूनर 4 जो मैं भी करने वाला हूँ यार। मेरा लूनर 4 क्या तो लगा नहीं, कोई दिक्कत। कहाँ पे है वो? इधर ऊपर जाना है कैसे? हाँ, ऊपर जाना है। इधर है। इधर भी कुछ करना है क्या मुझे? इधर ही है, इधर ही है वो भी। अरे ऊपर है। गेम है ये, देख, स्टोरी खेलना हूँ क्या? जितनी जाए बात। रोज होता रहता है वहाँ पे तो कुछ। अरे पैक दिन तो कुछ ना होता है, काम मतलब है हमें। वहाँ से तो हम कह रहे हैं कुछ, ओ भाई बच गया। कम देखे करो, ये नेगेटिव बहुत आ जाते हैं आजकल। मैंने बहुत कम कर दिया न्यूज़ देखना, क्योंकि न्यूज़ पे कुछ काम की न्यूज़ नहीं दिखाते, सिर्फ लड़ाई दिखाते हैं। मेरे को लड़ाई नहीं देखती है रोज का है। तुम रोज देख, मैं तो रोज देख रहा हूँ। कुछ अच्छी थोड़ी ना न्यूज़ आ रही हैं, रोज लड़ाई आ रही है। हैं कुछ ऐसा देखो जिससे लड़ाई बंद हो। ओहो बच गया मैं। बात करना मैं कर दूँ। किधर है वे छोरी तू? किनारे पूरे में गायब है यार। ऊपर है क्या इसके? अरे मैं फंस गया रे। ए भैया, ए भैया, अबे कहाँ चढ़ गई, कहाँ घुस गई? किधर है वो लड़की? दिख नहीं रही, वो रही। वहां से जाना पड़ेगा। ओके वो रहा रास्ता। रुक जा, रुक जा, रुक जा, रुक जा, रुक जा। यहाँ पे है मेरा गेट। कहाँ है यहाँ पे? बुला ऐसे बुला। नीचे बुला ऐसे। अरे नीचे आ जा वो।
I thought the night shift was supposed to be a cushy job, where you just clock in, sleep, and get paid.
आजा भाई नीचे। कोई दरवाजा वरवाजा है? बटन बटन दबाना पड़ता है नीचे के लिए। आ गया। रियलमी। तुम लेके आओ तो वहां से ले आओ। तो कौन सी जगह होता है वो? हाँ क्या संजय पहले दोनों में तकरीब चले। किधर है यार? ये तो दिख ही ना रही। और ऊपर है क्या? किधर है यार? ये लड़की नहीं मिलती यार। पूरे में देख लिया। किधर हो सकती है? किधर है ये? अंदर है तभी तुम ढूंढते ढूंढते पागल कर दिया तुझे। पागल कर दिया इसने यार मुझे पूरे घुमा घुमा के। इधर रास्ता है इसका। उफ। उन्होंने दिखेगा कहाँ से लाए? किधर है वो लड़की जिसके लिए मैं आया हूँ यहाँ पे? किधर है भाई? दिख ही नहीं रही यार पूरे में। अंदर है क्या कमरे में? ये रही।
Either way, I'd be happy to oblige.
Hey, if it isn't the trap, didn't expect to see you here. This surprise meeting is pretty sick. I should spin it into a tune right here. I sure am. Most of my songs might be about rebellion and breaking down prejudices and all that. But too much of a downer really ruins. You gotta relax and recharge. I guess I'm hoping for some sort of I've been so focused on writing new material, but everything I come up with feels old and stale. So I decided to take a holiday to try escaping this prison I've built for myself. My last stop was Fontaine, where I saw, well, after looking into it. So I was thinking, maybe I could take some inspiration from the local folk scene and incorporate it into my own music. Sure! I want to try adding a few flutes and keys, plus some of the more... Obviously, I can't just... Anyway, when I got to Nasha Town, I bumped my guitar case on some corrugated iron, and it made this really funky sound. got this sudden flash of inspiration. I shouldn't just be looking for new instruments to improve my music.
नाइस
I should be trying to enhance my guitar's timbre.
अबे क्या बोल रही है
Oh, something like that.
पागल है ये
It's kind of hard to replicate a guitar with your voice, you know? Basically, if I could modify my guitar. Give me a bit to
मैं
play.
जा रहा हूँ यहाँ से बात नहीं करना निकल यहाँ से चल चटक जा तू बात मेरा टाइम वेस्ट कर
Live life.
ये मत कह देना शुरू से करना है मिशन वो तो बहुत ज्यादा दूर हो गई पास में जाओ ये यहाँ पे क्या कर रही हैं दोनों हेलो
The people of the academia may be clever, but those clever people simply can't stop themselves from Thank you, most eminent Lord Sangama Bey, for improving my mood for the whole morning once more. Ah, and this bottle of wine from Sumeru. Its exquisite flavor is well worth the price.
As long as you like it. Next month I'll be sure to have my subordinates deliver more. Please don't like it, please don't like it. This bottle is so wallet-smashingly expensive. I wouldn't have bought it if I didn't absolutely have.
One jug of wine's enough for today. I know Dory's spent a lot
मैंने
of
बहुत
money.
बड़ा मीटिंग
No
छोड़ा है कल
problem. I'll send the bill over in a few days. Am I going crazy? Why is never being so straightforward this time? Don't dwell on it, Dory. Just focus on getting.
Why so hasty? Please, after all the trust I've placed in Dory, oh Dory, the deal is yours, but the money. Oh,
Not
we're
next split.
going.
Oh, come now. Even sisters need to settle accounts clearly. I don't like that look she's giving me.
Just some hometown gossip. You're welcome to join us if you'd
Hometown
like.
gossip.
However, nothing we've discussed prior has been particularly interesting. But really, I must know, Miss Dory, why did you want to get involved in that fiasco? It's a simple feat to lift a sleeping serpent from its net.
She just won't stop. Why is she bringing this up again? I already answered it. Wait, now that the Traveler's here, could she be you? Oh, well, the Traveler's the one listening in. Oh, what harm could that do?
But
May as well
relationship
help our
along.
personal relationship along, even if it costs me a Why, business, of course. Sometimes you just need to learn how to wrangle snakes.
Oh, fascinating. I heard that after.
Right, and aside, even big losses are small problems.
ठीक है चल
With money, more helping hands can be found, and that's right. But,
My.
well, I love more.
Your senses are. And those cowards who fled will.
नहीं से मीटिंग कंप्लीट ओह क्या अब मेरे को फिर से करना पड़ेगा कितना मैंने छोड़ा था फिर से करना पड़ेगा क्या फिर से ओह वेरी गुड यहीं से आया है सही है भाई नाइस ये अच्छा है
Riri, are you there?
50 का बिकता है तो ये फ्रूट सैलेड बोतल बना के बेचते हैं ओके 3 स्टेप चलना है अबे यार 3 स्टेप ही चल सकता हूँ ओके
Hey, Riri! Come out, it's urgent!
Dane? What's wrong?
Quick, come with me. I'll explain everything once we've met up with the others.
Okay. I'll come. But the Lindis is still over at the Universitat.
All right then, but make it quick.
I've never seen Dane so worked up before. Whatever this is, it must be big trouble.
अब यहाँ पे भी करना है क्या? ऐसी आती बैठे कि एक के ऊपर है। आई नो क्या करना है। ये तो गलत है भाई। कर लिया है। वो डिब्बा उठा दोगे?
Well, this is a nice change.
Underground
meeting you
है
all
वो।
at this hour.
अंडरग्राउंड
When
है
men
वो।
and women of ambition
नीचे है
can
वो।
speak face to face in broad
जमीन
daylight.
में।
I say that's a big step forward for
जमीन
our dear
में।
Conria.
ऊपर नहीं है। बढ़िया लगता है।
Don't be ridiculous.
खत्ता पर
We do not fear the
उधर
day.
उधर की साइड।
Why would we
कुबेरपुर
seek
वाले रोड।
refuge in the night?
कुबेरपुर रोड। उधर कुबेरपुर रोड। वहाँ पे वो बनेगा ना स्टेशन, उसका पेट्रोल
You
पंप
might
है।
ask your blade that same question. I'm told it prefers the cover of darkness. The word on the street is that Sir Delogi only strikes when he has an unfair advantage. But that is patently false. I see you're missing an arm and a leg. Surely only a fair fight could explain that.
If this is your way of offering me replacement limbs, believe me, I'll take them.
Oh, we can certainly discuss that. With bioalchemy, anything is possible. Assuming I have your full support in my research.
Lunatic. Robbed it here. What brings you here?
Why, Dainsleif, of course. He invited me. Please, cast aside your apprehensions, Miss Rhindaughter. Whatever the rumors may say, I am but a humble servant of the king, and I can assure you he affords me no greater convenience than he does you.
करने के बाद आ जाता है कॉल आते ही। मुस्का ले लो। लावा का ले लो। लावा।
Well, the Universitas Magistrorum won't stop fawning over you. So at least some of the rumors must be true. You're clearly doing well for yourself. So drop the humble servant act. It endears you to no one.
10,000 लेके चलो। अच्छा फोन 10,000 से नीचे एवरेज ऊपर बढ़ जाते हैं, 10,000 के नहीं है। ये तो कहीं बड़ा तो
You're president of the Universitas Magistrorum, the chief royal mage known as the Wise by royal appointment, and by far the most favored among the 4 pillars of Conria. Vice President Veit doesn't even try to hide his envy when he sees you.
My success is the product of hard work and good luck. It's as simple as that. Were the king not such an extremist, I hardly think I would have received a senior post at my age. Of course, no job is without its gripes. Serving a king like ours can be a challenging task, as I'm sure you can imagine. And as for Efterveit, in missing out on the presidency, he's dodged a mountain of stress. Like everything else in life, it comes with pros and cons.
You're all here. I apologize for the short notice, but it was an emergency.
You must be Marir.
Mr. Sertologi. Yes, I handled your case file during your sentencing. Nothing personal, of course. I'm pleasantly surprised that you remember me.
You're clearly a person of substance if you've been invited here. But Dainsleif, you'd better have a very good reason for convening this little gathering.
It's my brother, Vedofenir. After he spoke at the court this morning, the king was so infuriated by his words that he had him blinded in both eyes and thrown in prison.
Vedofenir in prison? Strange. I thought the king trusted him and Heroptatir more than anyone else in the world. Does this mean the king's circle of trust just got even smaller?
तुम कोशिश करा करो स्कूल के बाहर लगा लो 50 से पहले साढ़े 12 बजे तो आ जाओ यहाँ तो पौने तो लगा लोगे बहुत बिक्री होती स्कूल पे लगा के फिर घर चले जाओ घर आ जाओ फिर हाँ तब तक तो करो देखो वो स्कूल के बाहर बहुत लोग
It has nothing to do with trust. It's about what the king wants, which is as clear as day to anyone paying attention. I simply appease him, because it's in the best interests of the Universitas Magistrorum.
And also because you're slimy. Vedofenir, perhaps less so. But still, a visionless visionary? It rather inclines me to think that qualifications are not what get you ahead in Conrad.
Do you honestly think this is an important discussion to be having right now?
Dane, what are you planning to do?
Rescue Vedifenir, I assume.
Correct. It will mean storming the palace by force. Tonight. I need all of you on my side.
That's far too dangerous. And don't forget, Dainsleif, you're captain of the Royal Guard. You swore an oath to the throne.
Hmm? You've been planning this for a while, haven't you?
I have no desire to commit treason, but whatever critique the king may have of Vedifenir, disfiguring your most loyal subject for putting the best interests of his court and nation first, this is not the conduct of a wise ruler. My blade will force the king to see the error of his ways.
So, Vedifenir's prophecy enraged the king. I'm sure it wasn't what he wanted to hear, but if he won't take counsel even from the visionary, that is deeply troubling news. The extent of His Majesty's madness is now all too clear. The question is, how does a man like me get out of this situation unscathed? You have noble ambitions, Dane, but I'm afraid they don't do much for a guy like me. I'm not interested in saving the world. All I want is a letter of pardon.
A letter of pardon? For whom? Celindus? The chances of the Venster King issuing a pardon for anyone connected to the Crimson Moon seem vanishingly slim. This black fog over the board must have some connection to Thelindus. Another mystery I'll need to unravel.
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 60 hours for experimental purposes.
Okay.
The results are as follows.
भाई तू भी अपनी जान बचा, तेरे को
Research dating
निपटा
back
ना
to
दे
the
वो भाई।
Crimson Moon Dynasty has established 2 points regarding moon marrow. Firstly, its origins have something to do with a god's power. Secondly, it serves as a portal to an as-yet indeterminate location. However, there are a number of hurdles to overcome before we can answer the question of where it leads to. To start with, opening the gateway requires a specific power source, which the relevant literature indicates. An enormous amount of power is then required to keep the gate open.
Okay.
Currently, the total power output of our instruments remains in the single digits. To make matters worse, I am now the only staff member remaining in the Moon Marrow Lab. The Universitas Magistrorum recently decided to move most of its personnel into abyssal energy research, which has stymied all Crimson Moon-related projects. This is not a wise move. I have always maintained that placing all our hopes in a single source of power is risky, especially one as poorly understood as this. I apologize if this comes across as disrespectful. But as a Moon Marrow researcher, I desperately want to see the world beyond the gate. If we really made it there one day, what would we find? And how would we go about taming the unknown?
अब और करना है मुझे फिर से। किधर जाना है? अच्छा मून मैरो के पास। चल जगह जा रहा हूँ। क्या? बहुत जेरिन ने वो पिलाई है चाय, ने चाय पिलाई है। चलो एक काम कर दे रहा हूँ। तो ऐसे लोग मुझसे बुरे लगते हैं बस।
I heard you're gonna leave the city with your parents.
ऑनलाइन मंगा देता इससे बढ़िया मैं।
Thelindis.
I've heard nothing. Rerir got back very late last.
ये बंद कर देना हो सके तो। खड़े होता हूँ।
You never saw him, and I don't know what he did.
What if he finds out that you pried
फिर
into
आगे
his
ना चैन नहीं है
secrets?
इनको। तीसरी बार कॉल करी है।
Don't be silly. I don't know what.
Are you scared of him?
I don't know. The Rerir, logically, I should be scared, but enough of.
What's in it?
A piece of the moon.
Piece of moon?
All you need to know is that as long as you keep it safe, then in the future,
A red moon?
That's right.
I promise, Thelindis.
The Crimson Moon bloodline will never die out. Its light, the color of blood, will become like a fire that flows in our veins, no matter how long it takes.
अब कहाँ जाना है? भाई ये स्टोरी फालतू की चुतिया बा करके रखा है। गेम खिलवा रहे हैं फालतू का। कमीने हैं ये, एक नंबर के, ये बता रहा हूँ। तीन जनों के लिए कम है। ये गलत बता रहा मैं रास्ते को। ये कह रहा है इस रास्ते में क्या? ऐसा क्या होगा इससे? एक लेके जा रहा हूँ। नहीं, ये नहीं करना। ये कह रहा है ये सही है, जा। ठीक है। एक अरे यार, ये नया क्या रखते? तो उधर नहीं जाना है, उसका मतलब इधर जाना है। अब इससे मैं किधर चला जाऊंगा? कहीं नहीं जा पाऊंगा। ओके ओके ओके। हो गया।
Hurry, everyone, and stick to the plan.
Sir Dainsleif, what are you?
What
Is
are
this treason? You know what happens to those who betray the throne. Please, don't do this.
It is the king himself who has betrayed the throne. He has betrayed all of Conria.
If you have any love left for justice in your heart, you should join me.
It's showtime. Dan
Dan
and his
the
group
group.
will handle the troops in the palace. Then Hraptatir and Rhindaughter will disarm the security measures. My job is to enter the prison and rescue Vedafilnir. Stay safe. Wish me luck.
Look after my brother. Draw your blade. It is time for justice to prevail.
ओके, अब फिर से नया एक बात। अब और आगे जाना है क्या? कि पीछे जाना? अच्छा, इधर जाना है। ओके, हैं? इधर नहीं जाना था, यहाँ पे ये। तीन। चल बेटा, हो गया ये तो। कॉफी मंगाऊंगा उसमें आ जाएगा अमूल का दही
This place is filthy. And the smell is abominable. Found you. Hello, Mr. Vedafilnir.
Ah, it's you.
Surprised? Oh, wait. I guess surprise isn't an emotion that prophets feel very often.
I certainly felt...
I'm curious.
इसका
What
भाई
did you
कैद कर दिया
prophesize this time?
It wasn't a prophecy. It was a word of warning.
someone है
Someone had to say it. The king has forsaken all reason in pursuit of his obsessions. I simply told him that if he continues on this
अमूल वाला
path,
है
Conria will surely fall.
The king has forsaken all reason in pursuit. I simply told that if he continue on the path, then there will be a fall. Surely fall. Okay, उसने क्या बोला फिर? हैं? आधा है? हाँ.
But he didn't listen.
But
Worse still, he stabbed you in both eyes and locked you away.
But he listened was still he stabbed you both eyes and lock you away.
Dane asked for my help. The court is in complete chaos now, but I'm sure you predicted that.
वो king दिखा दो.
Everything is transpiring as I foresaw. Yet I am powerless to
Everything
change
is
it.
the trans.
Fate is an immutable force. I
Fate
can
is-
but lament as
fate
the
is-
inevitable unfolds.
I can but left.
I do wonder whether giving a man the power to see the future is nothing more for him than slowly crush his spirit.
Forgive my curtness, Vedafilnir,
नहीं,
but the king did
forgive
not
my.
suddenly turn on you today. His suspicions have been brewing for a long time.
He's a suspect.
You can't have wisdom beyond the reach of your fellow man without attracting his fear and suspicion.
भाई खतरनाक है भाई ये किंग जो भी था.
There are things the king does not want to see. So, he
अभी
doesn't
भी
want you
किंग हो
having
क्या
visions of
पता
them either.
ऊपर हो मुझे
He
वहीं लग रहा
blinded
है
you
भाई.
because he thought this would make the visions stop.
और जैसे लोग जिंदा हो अभी भी.
He wasn't entirely wrong. I did indeed lose my power to see the future. Right up until...
Until what?
Just now. I believe I saw something new.
Can you? Can you?
Well, tonight could go a lot of different ways. 5 of us banded together to storm the palace, also we could rescue you. This will go down as the most tumultuous day in Conrian history.
I sense hatred in you. But also hope. A desperate hope that with the tyrant deposed, that will be the end of the story. But this is not the end. It is the beginning of a new chapter, in a whole new story. There are many men of honor and courage in this world, Rerir. But you are not one of them. You're not here for justice, are you? You're here for yourself. Is that a dagger? Interesting.
Why not?
Why not the polearm? It was always your weapon of choice.
With your abilities, I don't doubt that you were able to recover some of your sight. But I also doubt that you want to make an enemy of me right now.
Of course not. We're on the same side, aren't we?
We could be. But I need you to be honest with me, Vedafilnir.
Only hope
At
for
this
the
point,
future.
You're my only hope for the future.
You mean your future? With your beloved, Felindus?
Yes. And I know there are bigger things at stake here. A
A
dynasty,
dynasty,
a
nation,
nation, maybe the entire world. But forgive me, I care first and foremost about myself. I can't abandon the one I love to save myself. I just can't do it. But you see a broader picture of the future than I.
You see the solutions to the biggest problems of our age. So tell me, what is my solution? What's the answer?
Solution बताते, what the answer?
In matters of fate, answers are either right or wrong. What will be and what will not. Maybe you are willing to pay a certain price in the pursuit of happiness, but unfortunately, fate does not negotiate. That is the cruelest thing about fate. It is unmoved by your sacrifices.
Oh, bhai.
That can't be true. I know it's your voice that I keep hearing in my head, urging me to see how the world is changing, to seek more power, so I can protect the things I love. You show me disaster, but you won't show me how to avoid it. Why? Why are you doing all this?
My voice.
Your
in your head.
So,
So, you hear it too? The voice that steals your mind, gains your trust, and drives you crazy. It turns out that we are not so different, you and I.
Vedifilnir just broke into the strangest smile I've ever seen in my life, as if he'd discovered some monumental secret.
but
But then he suddenly switched to looking extremely weary.
Very well then. My advice to you is as follows. You must persevere. Whatever trials and tribulations you may face, be steadfast in the belief that they are your path. For as long as you live, your story with Thelindis shall not come to an end. That is the only chance you have of fighting back against fate. It is up to you whether you believe my words. Regardless, that is all I will say on the matter.
I will hold you to your word.
Thank you for setting me free. In return, I will tell you one more thing that you cannot afford to ignore.
bata.
Just then, a strange wave of energy rippled through the city. We had no idea what it could mean.
If I were you, I would head to the Universitas Magistrorum.
The Universitas?
I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again very soon, Rerir.
इसने कहा I'm sure we will see each other again very soon. कुछ तो इसने बताया वापस है और वो लग ही रहा है.
Whatever Vedifilnir said, I didn't catch it. I didn't even help him out of the prison.
इसकी वाइफ मार
There
दी
was
या
no time
गर्लफ्रेंड
to
मार दी
lose.
उसके सामने. पागल हो गया है ये, उसके लिए पता लगना चाहता है. पता नहीं भाई कौन ने मारा है. देखते हैं. खतरनाक स्टोरी चल रही है भाई अभी तक तो. ये कहाँ पे आ गए हम? कैंट्री है क्या ये? भाई कब खोलोगे तुम कैंट्री को अंडरग्राउंड एरिया?
Nonsense. This Rheindarter's team. Universitas Magistrorum. Out of my way!
The Universitas. That reminds me of a rumor I once heard. Allegedly, the king installed secret mechanisms in the palace and around the city.
No
No
one.
one knows where they are or what kind of power they. But if they were ever going to activate, it would probably be on a night like tonight.
Hold on! Don't let them anywhere near you!
Save me! I can't!
It sounded like an explosion. So, the rumor is true?
दिखाने वाली.
The king really went through with it. What other means does the king have at his disposal? They must run on power from the Abyss, and given it's a major center of Abyss research, anyone over at the Universitas will be in grave danger. I have to hurry!
कौन था भाई? कौन चिल्ला रहा था यहाँ से आवाज से? ओहो, किंग वाला एरिया। भाई ये अंडरग्राउंड में है भी कहाँ पे है पता भी नहीं चलती।
Can't hide the truth. No more lies.
Light it up! Try it!
The mystery unravels. It all adds up. What's you made of? Can't hide the truth.
Someone else!
ओ तेरा बताओ।
Here. It all adds up.
Look out below! Hero incoming! Charge!
Light up the blazing sun!
अरे भी भाई खाना दो, निपटा दिया इन लोगों ने। एक तो शील्ड लगा ले भाई, स्टेमिना खिला दे। उफ, एक शील्ड। मेरे तो पिला देता हूँ, ये पिला देता हूँ। फालतू की बातें करवाओ पुरानी। एक इसको जिंदा कैसे करूं? इसको जिंदा करने के लिए दवाई दवाई कर ये दो। इसको एक मीसो से पिलाओ और खाने के लिए कुछ दो ऐसे। खाने के लिए ये देते हैं। 120 एचपी बढ़ा रहा है भाई।
Wait, premiums confirmed.
No more lies. Can't hide the truth. The mystery unravels. Night.
निकल। मुझे कौन सी वो बताएगा स्टोरी अपनी?
Monsters at the Universitas Magistrorum? What?
कौन सी मैगी की बात
no.
हो रही है?
They're coming. It's no use. The table won't hold out much longer. The weapons. Where are the weapons? Of course. All the lab equipment was upgraded after the inspection last week, but the new weapons haven't been allocated yet. I'm done for. Is anyone there? I need...
कौन है भाई?
Stay back. Please stay back.
कौन आया? कोई आया क्या? क्या हुआ आगे की स्टोरी का? ओके
What's that?
Revere! So the rumors about your work are true.
What? No! Listen, something happened at the palace tonight. We have to leave!
You don't need to lie to me anymore.
What do you mean?
I know why you're worried, and I will respect the decision you've made. But it's okay, because
I found
I found a solution.
ये मर जाएगी क्या?
I know how to end all this.
वाह भाई वाह.
You can have it back. The normal life you so desire. But until then, I'm afraid our wedding will have to wait.
Just... Don't do it! Cylinders! Cylinders!
I told you, Henrietta. Let her go. You will find someone better.
वाह.
No! No, I won't do it! I have to save her!
By what means exactly? A lonely pawn. You lack the power and the strength of will.
Do you know why? Tell me!
Come to the palace. Join us.
Riri, thank goodness we...
Step forth and take your share.
You made it.
Not you too.
Hatred, greed, despair, desire. We all
तभी ये वेथ में से निकलता है ये वाइल्ड फायर में. ए भाई खतरनाक स्टोरी चल रही है.
Revere. Revere.
Flinders.
ये इसके माइंड में
Were
होगी.
you daydreaming? You still remember, Revere? That question you asked me a couple of weeks ago?
Oh. You mean the proposal?
Proposal.
Yeah. I'm wondering, where do you think would be a good place to discuss it? Maybe in the garden? Or were you thinking a fancy restaurant?
It's your choice.
I will find you. And then... you can give me your answer.
ओके मिल जाए तो बताइए यार. हम भी यहाँ चढ़ना चाहते हैं. वाइल्ड फायर में चला गया. ओके ये वहाँ चला गया बेस में.
So that's how the Raker of Solnari was born.
Ah,
A monster created by
by
circumstance is a monster all the same. Viewing other people's thoughts for too long can get uncomfortable.
right now.
Right now, I'm
Feeling.
feeling a strong sense of loathing. In a nutshell, the story of Conria is what happens when the truth falls by the wayside. Everyone tells little white lies, and before long, you have a huge pack of lies that destroys everything. Phew. Time to get back. His past is filled with sorrow, but the tale of any fallen civilization is one of endless tragedy. Cruel as it may be, that was Conria's fate.
है किधर देख कौन रोया हमें भी मिला दो एक तो मैंने देखा हुआ है नीचे जमीन में जाके उसने ऊपर से तो नहीं फेंका था कैनरिया को बचाने के लिए मतलब जैसा हो रहा है इसलिए उसने रोका हो क्या पता
Everyone, I'm back.
जैसा हो रहा क्या पता वो निकल जाए एक तरीके से बचाव करने वाली
She's fine. Boss is a pro.
Okay.
Yes, I'm fine.
Nice.
You will have seen the events of Rarir's life through my thoughts. It's now clear that he is just a regular nobody, driven by
I mostly agree. There's only so much we can know about him from his memories alone. However, I would not consider Rarir to be a nobody. He was deeply involved in the events of that era.
Okay.
Yet, when the catastrophe of a generation strikes...
Sounds to me like you're speaking in riddles again. Is this you urging me not...
That's not what I meant. Although I do hope you choose to remain a part of the plan.
Then try to remember that I respond better to the now. As for you, Missy, you were excellent. You stuck to the rules of the ceremony and kept your mouth shut the entire time. Bravo.
Cool. So, can you fill me in on the...
Patience. You'll hear the whole story, don't you worry. But let's meet up with the others first. It will save me narrating it twice. Yehoda?
Yes, boss. Let me...
That's more like it.
Forgive my curiosity, but...
It says I gotta do the annoying stuff that boss is too lazy to do for herself. Like opening the door, pouring the tea, yada yada.
Is that right?
If something is in the contract, it's because she willingly agreed to it. Rest assured that the curatorium abides by the very strictest of labor policies. You don't... In any case, I've hardly shied away from my share of the work today. Hope I don't catch Flintz and Varka lounging about in their chairs, enjoying a leisurely cup of tea. There's nothing I dislike more than other people enjoying themselves while I'm hard at work.
क्या हो गया? क्या हो गया? ये क्या हुआ? भाई बड़े कट सीन्स हैं इस गेम में। आप नेक्स्ट 2 मिनट का मुझे बाहर टहलने का भी मौका नहीं देते ये।
Sorry to disturb you, but we seem to have run into some trouble.
ये कहाँ पहुँचाती? मुझे क्यों लग रहा है ये माली आई है?
Evidently so. Don't worry, I'm not about to leave you to fend for yourselves. I'm not that kind of boss. And it would go against the curatorium's labor policy.
I'm sorry. What did you hear me say? I wasn't talking about labor policy.
Wait. How long have I been standing here?
Not long. You just appeared by the door a moment ago.
No. Ah.
Boss,
Ow.
what's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost.
We've been tricked. We never left at all. Somehow I hallucinated that whole scene back inside the office.
Hallucinated? But how?
How indeed. This place should heed my will alone. All thoughts and actions that occur in here are just a result of pawns moving across the chessboard in a carefully calculated...
So you control everything in here?
More or less. But yes, it's a special technique of mine.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
Only once. It was the first time I used the chess set.
Is there any similarity between what happened then and what's...
I suppose my thoughts are a little turbulent.
Is there anything I can do to help?
The first clause of your contract clearly states that I only need your help with things that I'm too lazy to do myself.
Meaning, you're not feeling lazy right now?
Meaning, this is not something Yehoda can help with. The chess set is a personal treasure that I alone understand.
Boss, it's fine. Really. Let me do something useful.
Oh, listen to you. Whatever would I do without you, Yehuda?
What? Really?
Yes, really. Where would I ever find another employee as obedient and...
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I was thinking of fetching some water. There's gotta be a source around here somewhere. I suggest everyone finds someplace comfortable to take a rest. Even though all this chess malarkey doesn't exist in a physical sense, you don't want to dismiss mental fatigue. Just because it isn't physical,
Don't I have the best employees?
Jealous much.
much?
If we can find a suitable time, I'd love to borrow Yehuda.
Oh, Lama.
I
Have I ever
have
told you just how pretty you are?
beauty
Beauty
runs.
runs from the tips of your antlers to the depths of your imagination. Time to rally, everyone. Follow me.
Follow you.
As we continue our journey, the same rules will apply. That means stay focused and no talk. You have my word that I will get us all out of here.
ठीक है भाई रुक जाओ चलना है 1 मिनट रुको मैं आता
Don't trust your eyes uncritically. People only see what they want to. So don't... This place looks familiar. That's not a good sign. There's someone up ahead. Time.
I wasn't expecting visitors at this hour. Wait.
Oh.
There you are! Sinue's been looking for you all day. I think he has some news.
Oh yeah? What were you doing just now, Uncle Retinue? Hiding away some more loose change?
What do you mean loose change? Oh, come on, I'm too old for this. Just pretend you saw nothing.
Emotions are like a raging torrent that surges through the mind. More often than not, if you try to hold them back, you'll be swept away by their unstoppable force. And if you try to ignore them entirely, you'll end up tearing yourself to pieces.
Hey, kid. Mind telling me what's—
Get in his good books? Why? What do you want with my dad, Uncle Apepi?
I've written a new song. I was hoping to showcase it at the next festival, but...
A new song, huh? I'd love to stay and listen, but
Well, there's plenty of time and I'm not going anywhere. See that pile of stones? I'll be sitting there warming up my vocal cords. Come find me when you're done.
Pile of stones. Got it. Hi, Dad. Uncle Retinue said you were looking for me.
Ah, there's my little princess. If you'd gotten back just a little sooner, you could have shared the spoils of war with me.
Spoils of war? Who were you fighting against, Dad?
It was just a figure of speech. The aftermath of a sandstorm is no time to be... I was talking about our war against thirst. I went out to fix our water supply problem, and now I'm back. Which means...
We have a well again!
That's right. I found a new one and brought back as much water as I could carry. It should last us for a good while.
If it wasn't for these blasted sandstorms, our wells wouldn't be caving in. You wouldn't be spending all your time out searching for new water sources.
As the chief of our tribe, I'm supposed to be leading us out of hardship and poverty, onto better things. You know how prosperous our ancestors were. I've told you all the stories. And look at us now, squeezed into these hovels. No one would choose this, if it wasn't for the endless wars over the years. But things are looking up. I started working with some folks from the academia a few months back. They gave me some contacts in return for my assistance in the desert.
So you're the Academia's helper now?
Special ambassador, they call it. Think of it as a partnership. It's nothing bad, okay? We've been isolated here in the desert for too long. Seeking opportunities elsewhere is the best thing for us, and the fastest way to progress.
So, do you get anything good out of being a special ambassador?
Of course. My luck's improving all the time. One day, I swear I'm gonna lead us out of this place. We'll find somewhere new. Somewhere better.
Why does Ashru sit up on the counter? To welcome our clients, of course. A kitty's gotta earn his kibble somehow. Don't trust your eyes uncritically. People only see what they want to. So don't be your own fool.
मैं नहीं खा रहा। मेरे को पसंद ही नहीं है, मेरे को पसंद ही नहीं है ना। मैं नहीं, मेरे को अच्छा नहीं लगता। मैं ऐसे अच्छा नहीं लगता सूखा टमाटर, पता नहीं क्यों मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगता सूखा। अरे पसंद ही नहीं है। ठीक है, नहीं हुए कुछ, अभी तो कराइए सब कुछ चालू। अब कितना आगे जाना है?
That's our well, and you know it. You stole from
Angry
us.
upper
Well, you've gone from chief to thief.
Did you really think you could take our water without permission and get away with it? You're either brave, stupid, or both.
And that special ambassador act? Yeah, you're a liar and a cheat.
किनको मार दिया इसने? इधर वही अंकल है क्या? नहीं, इधर सब पिट गए नेफर.
I heard Yehuda gasp, but I don't corpses strewn across the ground. The wounds are clearly from scimitars and daggers. There's a handwritten note on the ground.
Halil, this is Sinuhe, chief of the Shimti tribe.
Okay.
Surely you remember me. I was the one who helped you and your colleagues avoid the quicksand in the desert. This is my second time writing to you. I assume my last letter must have gotten lost in the mail, as I didn't receive a reply. I hope this one makes it to you safely. I'm writing to you because I need some help. That sandstorm the other day completely blocked up our well, forcing me to look for another water source in Eab and Unut territory. Praise the gods. The well of the Eab tribe was intact. It was my last resort. I drew what water I could and left, but not without being spotted. I fear they will retaliate. You told me to write to you if I ever needed help. You said you'd be my ally in the academia. I urgently need you to formally recognize my title of Special Ambassador and send some of your people to assist me for a few days. It's the only way I can convince them that this was the academia's decision and prevent them from retaliating. This is an emergency. Please send help as soon as possible.
Looks like this letter never got sent.
ले भाई सीन नहीं होगा अभी.
The writer died a grisly death, and the letter was trampled into the ground. It's badly defaced. Some parts are barely legible. What a ridiculous lie the surviving Shimti tell. Their whole village was butchered over a sip of water.
Oh भाई.
Officer, welcome. Welcome to our humble village.
किस में मैसेज आ रहा है? पुचक 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 हर जगह बार बार मैसेज आ रहा है. चुप्पी बताओ. अरे चलता रहना क्या को.
I thought you would at least have the courtesy to provide some respectable libations.
This is the finest wine Aru village has to offer. I promise.
The Academia has agreed to reserve a single space for a candidate from your village. But I remain skeptical of this entire endeavor. I highly doubt anyone in this desert possesses serious academic potential.
Please, have faith. If not in us, then in our God. The child we found shows great promise. I beg you, take her away from this place. Give her a chance. Don't let her talent go.
I don't recognize her. New arrival?
She showed up here a few days ago, and we took her in. She's a really bright kid. Please help. I'm begging you.
So, where are you from?
वाह वाह वाह.
Nowhere special.
What about the rest of your family?
माता.
How many of you are there?
महामाता क्या होता है?
Just the one.
It's only you?
Correct.
So, no brothers, no sisters, no mother or father?
Any who have slept on a bed of sand, I call my brothers and my sisters. Apart from that, I have no family.
All right. Get over here. Sign your name on the form.
कौन है भाई ये? कुछ शौक होने वाला है ये पता नहीं.
Never.
हैं?
You're rather fair-skinned for a desert dweller.
हैं? अकेडमी में सारा रिकॉर्ड होता है ना. रिकॉर्ड मिल जाएगा. इधर क्यों आ रही है? ओ ये रहता हूँ। अप्पू है, ये क्या नाम है उनका, भूल गया। हाँ, अप्पू नाम था, क्या नाम था बोलो?
Never, this term's assignments have been issued already. Please read through the materials thoroughly, conduct your own additional research, and then write an essay on the topic.
Yes, Professor, I'm aware. I just had a couple more questions I wanted to get your perspective on.
Oh? Please ask away.
Well, I saw the other students' problem sheets, and I couldn't help but notice that my assignment is much easier than theirs.
Okay.
Do you really think I'm a weak student?
Huh?
A weak student?
ओ ये तो वही है पुराना
Goodness,
मैंने
no.
तो
Quite the
बूढ़ा हो
opposite.
गया क्या ये?
You have a sharp mind. Almost too sharp.
I think what you're saying is a weak student wouldn't have noticed the discrepancy. And if they did, they certainly wouldn't complain about the lighter workload.
You see, sharp as they come. You see things the way they are, and I'm sure you know why they're like that.
Because of where I come from. Because I'm different.
I'm sorry, Nefer. I don't like it any more than you do. It's just... Anyway, you said you had a couple of questions. What's the other one?
Other one क्या है?
I wanted to check. If someone sent me a letter to the academia, where do I go to collect it?
Ah, your family wrote to you. As long as they put your name on the envelope, someone should hand it right to you.
Not exactly. It's not even a recent letter.
I
was just curious where the mail would end up if no one collects it.
The House of Dana, I expect. I know there's a box for unclaimed mail somewhere in there, probably sitting on a shelf. Whatever you're looking for, that'd be the place to start.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Professor.
Oh, don't mention it. Honestly, I feel like I failed you. I'm supposed to be your teacher, but I haven't taught you anything.
Hey, don't say that. You're a great teacher, and you do your best for all your students. But the rules are the rules. You're not allowed to teach students like me. It's not just the academia either. The whole world bends over backwards for the successful and leaves the losers to suffer and die.
Oh, my dear child.
My dear
You've
child.
given up on life already.
I haven't. I just think that if you...
चल कुछ बोलना था ये बोले ये लात से मार देख रहा कितनी पैनी ना ऐसे पैनी पैनी ना किधर जाना उधर जाना अकेडमी आके दर्शन हुआ बहुत दिन के बाद यहाँ पर कहाँ पे जाना है ये कोने में मेल वाला बॉक्स रख दिया है
This must be it. A big cardboard box full of unclaimed mail. Let's take a look.
दिखा तो कहाँ जाके ऐसे पढ़ने के लिए मुझे इधर आना पड़ेगा ओके पढ़ चालू कर पढ़ना अरे मेरे को ही खोलना पड़ेगा क्या अजय भी
A dilapidation survey from Port Ormos.
ओह ये तो
Looks like
उधर है
it's from a Core of 30 representative. What a strange thought. A bunch of mercs losing sleep over rundown buildings.
अरे मेरे को ही
This
करना
one was
पड़ेगा
never even opened. I guess the recipient didn't care what the Core of 30 had to say about anything.
मतलब राइट
Who was it addressed to?
क्लिक करना ही पड़ेगा मुझे
I don't recognize the name, but it must have been a Kasharawar professor.
अच्छा जी
This one is addressed to the Immorta Sage. The title is Guided by the incense, we became lost somewhere in the forest. All the barriers between levels of consciousness disappeared as our minds soared around in circles. Looking in clinical terms, these symptoms fit the description of incense poisoning. The Amurta Darshan strictly prohibits the use. For example, my neighbor who always breaks out into song and dance after using incense. This seems like something the academia would want to know about. Why wasn't it collected? Wait, what's this written on the back? It's so small. The note says, "The sender authored this letter while under the influence of mushrooms. I would send it back, but no return address was provided." This next one is addressed to Grand Sage Azar. A few words of protest regarding recent changes in Sumeru's educational policy.
Okay.
In recent years, the academia has taken on a small number of students from the desert region, as per the policy to this effect. However, it appears to me that these students have not, in fact, been provided with educational opportunities that are, in any meaningful sense, equal to those enjoyed by their peers. As well as receiving dumbed-down assignments and perfunctory tutoring, the education is the fundamental purpose of this institution, which should go without saying in a nation whose founding virtues are knowledge and wisdom. I ask you, is the lip service we pay to the policy of education for desert students? As Grand Sage, policy decisions are your prerogative, but do not forget your root. I do hope you will give some serious attention to this matter. I encourage you to discuss issues like this with myself and others. Great letter. Shame it didn't get to where it needed to go. And the sender is... I didn't realize anyone else even knew how bad students like me have it in this place. So this is where letters from the Sage of Spontamod end up? Nice one, Grand Sage. Really enlightened leadership. Whatever. This isn't what I came here for. Moving on.
मेरा नाम ही नहीं आता इसमें कहीं में.
I'm not exactly holding out hope that a letter sent from the desert would even make it here. But if it did, where else would it end up if not in this box? I can't believe how much discarded mail there is. Must have been years since someone last went. I don't believe for 1 second that any human being has sat down and read through all the documents in this place. Wait, could this be it?
एक सेकंड. क्लिक।
Greetings, Halil. My name is Sinue, chief of the Shimti
अरे
tribe.
अब मिल रहा है लेटर का
I was the
पुराना
one who
लेटर है।
came to you and your colleague's aid when you ran into trouble in the Great Red Sand. I don't know how well you remember it now, but I brought you to safety and gave you some water and other supplies. You seemed very pleased. In my tribe, learning a person's true name is serious business, and I therefore see you all as friends. You were kind enough to leave your contact details, so we could stay in touch.
अभी लगेगी 5 मिनट। ठीक है, सामान ले लो, उसके बाद आपकी बात करेंगे। ठीक है, ओके, कॉल बैक कर लेंगे।
The Shimti tribe lives a harsh, nomadic existence in the desert. You were sympathetic towards my plight, promising to make me a special ambassador of the academia and help us find a way to make a better living.
रॉक ग्रीन जे क्या है पीछे। वो उसी की हो भाई, उसी से पूछो।
This brings me to my reason for writing. Our tribe has fallen on particularly hard
वही वाली
times,
चीज
and I would like to ask
विजन
for
बना
your
रहा था तुम्हारे।
assistance. There was a terrible sandstorm a few days ago, which blocked up the well in our land. To ensure my people's survival, I had no choice but to venture into Iyab and Unut territory in search of an alternate
There
water
was a
source.
trouble. एक मिनट ट्राइब few days ago which is a lock up the well into our land. My people धोखे खा भैया, ये कौन सी बात है धोई, कुछ भी हो सकता है। People survive and I have no choice but venture into a lab un territory in research water source.
The Iyab and Unut are descended from the Thamudians, while we trace our ancestry to Tulatala. We worship the Lord of Flowers and have had relatively good relations with our fellow tribes, up until now. I found a well belonging to the Iyab tribe. They declined to help us, but I really had no other option. So I took some water to keep me and my tribe alive. My actions are certain to incur their wrath.
So I took some water. Contain to.
When we met, you assured me that you would be my ally in the academia. I would like to take you up on that offer, because I really need your help. I wonder if you could send an academia representative to meet with me. That aside, the last time you were here, you mentioned that the academia had started accepting students from the desert, and I told you a little about my daughter. We have next to no resources here in the desert, and my power and influence are limited. Would you consider enrolling my daughter at the academia? She is a smart girl. I know she won't disappoint you.
She is a smart girl. I know she disappoint you.
From the outset, the academia never took you seriously. Those things they promised were just empty words.
I
doubt they even remember the name Sinuhe. And you were so emphatic that your luck had finally changed for the better. You swore you'd lead us to a better place one day. You spoke with such conviction, like you were the most powerful chief in the whole desert. You liar. You lied about everything.
You promised the world.
You promised the world and delivered on none of it. And who fell for it? Just me, by the looks of it. Despite your best efforts.
700 का है सब कुछ. And who fall the
which makes you a pathetic liar. You weren't even any good at it. I think I'll take over from here. Let me show you how it's done.
You're gone.
I just came to say goodbye. Thanks for everything you've done for me in my time here.
Never? You packed your bags.
Where are you going?
Where are you going?
I'm quitting. Something's come up in my hometown. Gonna head back and deal with it.
Huh? But this was a hard-won opportunity for you. You know that better than I do.
It was. But it doesn't matter. I have more important things to deal with and they can't wait. Oh, and I didn't want to overfill my bags, so I left some incense on your desk.
देख लेंगे.
What's wrong? I thought you liked incense. Although, I did read somewhere in the House of Dana that it has hallucinogenic effects. Don't use it all at once, alright?
Isn't this the stuff you brought from your hometown? You're just letting me have it?
Yeah, I lied. It's not rare at all. There's this bunch of ruins near my hometown that are... It's not worth much. Keep it. It's fine.
But never...
Alright, that's all from me. You take care.
Don't forget me, okay? I mean, we're more than just classmates, right? We're friends.
Yeah. I'll remember you. I lied again. That incense is worth a fortune, and it's a rare find even in those ruins. And as for remembering her, I have far too much to do when I get back. No time to reminisce.
I have far too much to do when I get back.
I'll be lucky if I even make it through this alive. But either way, I expect I'll forget you pretty quickly.
अच्छा स्टोरी डे बाय डे अब कहाँ पे पहुँच गया अब अपने गांव में पहुँची वहाँ लड़ाई होती होगी सब मिलते होंगे जितना ये मत कहती हो जो वाला इलाका है Camera angle, I like camera angle.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Arif.
So, what does the Academia want? Since they've sent their special ambassador, I assume there's a big business deal to be made. If not, I'd be very disappointed.
Please, sir, lower your blade.
You are lucky.
You're lucky I'm the one they sent. Not all special ambassadors share my admiration for the Eab people. The ever-shifting balance of power in the desert reduced the once great civilizations of this region to rubble and sand. But the story of the Eab has a very...
So, you do know who you're dealing with?
This well is the perfect symbol of your strength, is it not? It used to belong to the Unut.
You're not wrong. But I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to flatter us.
Of course not.
I
came to bring you some very good news. Some information that recently came to light. Records uncovered by the Vahumana Darshan show that a certain well currently under Eab control is built on top of some ancient ruins. These ruins are of great archaeological interest to the Academia. I checked the map carefully on my way over here, and I'm confident that this is the well in question.
50 million? No, wait. If these ruins are as important as you say...
Don't get greedy, Eab. We know far more than you think. We know that you seized this well by force. Wasn't that the first step in your rise to power? To drive away the Unut and steal their water supply?
So what if it was?
Don't worry. I hope I am making myself clear.
And I hope your words are the truth. If I find out the Academia is trying to play me, I'll hunt down every one of your people and make you watch.
I assure you, Chief, that would not be in your long-term interests. You see how I'm dressed, don't you? I appreciate that you've never been to the rainforest. And what does a barbarian like you have to lose anyway? You really think the Sumeru Academia would bother to come all this way just to lie to you? We have more important things to worry about.
All right, I take your point. The Academia is the highest authority in the land. I'm sure you're trustworthy people. In that case, we have a deal. We will sell you the excavation rights. I'd like to thank you, Ambassador. This is good news indeed. Excellent news. In fact, it calls for a celebration. Would you do us the honor of staying a while and enjoying some EAB hospitality?
Gladly. I am partial to wine myself, and I trust you are as well. So let's indulge in a few drinks together. In celebration of this momentous...
ये ड्रिंक में मिला तो नहीं थी कुछ?
Chief! Chief, it's an emergency!
क्या हो गया?
It's the Unut. They've taken the well.
What? Well, don't just stand there. Take it back.
Yes, Chief.
I have every confidence in the EAB's military superiority.
Well, what is it?
The Unut's response was alarmingly fast. The day after we reach a deal, they seize the well. This can't be a coincidence.
I don't think so.
I am obliged to remind you, Chief, that the Academia will only deal with the de facto power holders. If you cannot regain control over the well...
No! Please, Ambassador, just give me some time. I swear the Unut will not get away with this. That well is ours, and so is the Mora.
Glad to hear it. I will wait here for an update.
If there is a traitor, I will find them. In the meantime, make yourself at home. I'll report back as soon as I have an update.
Much obliged.
ठीक है भाई. मुझे क्या करना है?
Wow. All it took was a few words and I've got him wrapped around my finger.
Amazing feeling.
What an amazing feeling.
So, in summary, Ambassador, the Academia would rather negotiate with our tribe instead.
The EAB are ruthless murderers who don't listen to reason. And now they have the gall to interfere in our research projects in the desert region. So let me ask you, Chief, if you were the Academia, what would you do?
Kill them all. Of course.
Precisely. The Academia does not tolerate those who stand in our way. The EAB have held back our academic pursuits for too long. At the same time, there is simply no way that the Academia can be seen to be intervening in desert...
We have our own rules out here. If the rainforest dwellers raised arms against the desert tribe...
Right. We can't confront them ourselves, but we can support their enemies. Natural allies. Weren't the EAB your allies once? You were quick to send them after us. Let me be clear. The Academia wishes to collaborate with the legally recognized rulers of the desert in this matter.
Okay.
We are asking for excavation rights to that well.
Say no more. I believe we have an understanding.
Good. Then I suggest you get to work. You see, Dad? Lying is easy when you know how. People will believe anything.
वाह भाई वाह. खतरनाक मैनिपुलेटर है भाई ये तो. हमें कुछ है? अरे भैया. कहाँ जाना है? वो जाना. वही वाली वार है जो सपने में देखी थी. इसी ने लगवाई थी, ऐसी ना करी थी. दोनों मर गए. कौन है भाई? ये क्या चल रहा है? नेवा तेरा तो हो रहा क्या? तू नहीं करवा दी और किसी ने करवाई और बताओ।
Look at yourselves. You may be vile, savage monsters, but your butchered bodies bleed like any others. You're no different. You're nothing special at all. The monsters who destroyed my home, they're just ordinary, petty human beings.
What a joke.
What a joke. I think we're even now.
Manipulate कर रहा है लोगों को.
Maybe I've even done the desert a favor. It's a better place without all these people around. Oh, Sinuhe, my gullible fool of a father. Perhaps if you'd been as ruthless as I was today, our tribe's people would still be alive. In this dog-eat-dog world, a chief needs to be tough, but you couldn't do what had to be done. So I
पीछे वो लोग
did
खड़े
it
हैं
for
भाई.
you.
हेलो.
Nefer, it's okay. All of this is in the past now.
I believe I remember you promising to remain silent.
Yeah, but even so.
Yehoda, is there anything you can do to ease the tension?
You got the Joda. Your time is.
Alright, time for a sharp turn onto a completely different topic. So, anyway, that's enough of that. When are we getting out of this place? Feels like we've been walking forever. I'm getting pretty tired. How much?
Yes. If we can find somewhere to sit down, I could certainly do with a rest.
It's not far now. There should be a temple just up ahead. Yes.
Really? A temple? That's where this story ends? I guess that's how things go in the desert.
It's been a similar place with our friends from the desert before.
Desert dwellers can never escape their destiny. Or so everyone says. I never wanted to believe it, but looking back now, I'm as desert as they come.
You mentioned a temple. What's waiting for us there?
My biggest trade secret of all.
Ah. Then I'm guessing it's where you got your power from. The power to peer into other people's minds.
I didn't know you were clued up on any other religion.
I'm no expert in the history of Sumeru, but since you come from the desert, I would imagine it has something to...
Sounds impressive.
I have some friend with... Yes.
Oh, I know who you mean. General Mahamatra Sino. The spirit of Hermanubis dwells within him.
That's Boss Neff for ya. She knows everything.
Sino's hardly a figure of obscurity.
Sino.
But I know about Sethos too.
What about him? Is he a big deal or something?
Well, he's not a small deal, let's put it that way. Please, this is the bare bone basics. Save the flattery. Thanks for your patience, everyone.
I'm sure
it's been a lot to take in.
Yes,
With any luck, that's our exit.
गायब करो भाई, गायब करो. काफी लंबी स्टोरी खींच गई, खत्म ही नहीं हुआ. ये क्या था भाई? अंडरग्राउंड. अपनी स्टोरी चालू करती है इसने एक्ट 4 की जगह.
Uh-oh, I'm totally out of my depth here. I don't have any. I want to do the whole name dropping, this girl knows her stuff thing too, but...
A statue with the head of a bird.
That's Thoth, the Ibis King. one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret. The legends say that he, the Crocodile King, and the... Let's take a look.
भाई मेरे को क्यों लग रहा है स्टोरी दिखा रहा है यार, कट सीन है। कौन है भाई? बिलौटा, पीछे यहाँ का ही बिलौटा है।
It's just Ashru.
हाँ मुझे कॉल आ रहा था यार।
Typically speaking, at this point, the world disintegrates. Then we find ourselves back in the outside world. Besides, these are my memories. There's nothing to fear.
You're sure?
Of course. It's almost over.
भाई ये क्या है? ये तो वो है, वो जैसे वो है। नेफर को ले गया क्या?
Knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Speak for yourself.
टूट गया क्या उसका? वो था डैन फ्लिप। भाई डैन आ जा, भाई डैन आ जा। डैन ही होगा।
How repulsive.
डैन है क्या? कौन है? कोलंबिया? कौन है भाई ये? कोलंबिया भाई, कोलंबिया ने बचा दिया फिर से। भाई खतरनाक कट सीन था भाई, क्या सिनेमा था भाई, एक नंबर।
Timed that pretty well, didn't I?
Column, you are.
It's okay. I'm just glad no one was hurt. Paimon noticed you doing something too, Dainsleif. Were you helping get them out?
Of course. When I asked Nefer to conduct this investigation, I was not naive to the dangers and I had a duty to ensure your safety.
Good to know your sense of justice is still intact after all these years.
I take that to mean that you saw the truth. That comes as a great relief.
I certainly did. And thanks to your help, I also managed to trap Rerir inside the chest set.
Whoa, really? How'd you manage that?
Well, to be honest, I sensed that something was wrong long before we made it to the temple. By using this fragment to probe into Rerir's past. Well, the monster formerly known as Rerir. It seems...
But how did he track you through your thoughts alone?
Rerir was a secret agent who reported directly to the Vinster King.
Okay.
He is an expert at finding a trail and hunting down his pursuers.
मेरे को नहीं चाहिए अभी। 3 इसका फोटो खींच ले रहा हूँ, काम आएगा ये मेरे स्टोरी में देखूंगा इसके आगे क्या है। वे कहाँ है? फोटो वाला कहाँ गया? अरे मेरा चलो हो गया कंप्लीट। अरे भैया आजा। ठीक है भाई, ठीक है।
No wonder.
He infiltrated the chess set, read my thoughts, and built a new virtual chess set inside of it. That's...
Speaking of your chess set, it's quite a remarkable item. Would I be right in thinking you have some connection to King Deshret?
You overestimate me. I only have a connection with one of his underlings, the Ibis King. You all saw how this came to be. A long time ago, the Eab massacred my tribe, the ship. The Unut and the Eab fought a bitter battle over the rights to a well, all for the sake of a non-existent 50 million mora. The Eab ultimately won that confrontation, but their victory came at the cost of the final blow to the Eab came at the victory feast, when an Unut assassin beheaded. Having gotten my revenge, I returned to my hometown, where to my surprise, the nearby temple was still standing. As I stood there gazing at the temple, this chess set is my gift from the Ibis King. The chessboard within is made to the same specifications as the one in the mausoleum of King Deshret, and represents his power of piercing. With this chessboard in its container, I gained a certain ability to perceive hidden secrets. Every god plays favorites. Their hearts are as fickle as any human's, full of secrets, perversions, egotistical tendencies. But precious few.
It is the same with all powerful forces, including fate itself. Their gaze falls preferentially upon a select few.
If you're alluding to the Abyss, then yes, I agree. Gather the others. It's time to share everything I've learned.
Before long group. बिल लौटा। अब जाके क्या होगा?
Thank you all for being here. As promised, I did some further investigating into the Raker of Solnari's background. I am pleased to report that the investigation has been... The Raker of Solnari, real name Rerir, was once a Conrian subject who served the Vinster King. I will now share the important details of his story. Please save any questions or comments for the end.
ठीक है। ठीक है, बाद में अभी नहीं, 15-20 मिनट बाद स्टोरी दिखा देते यार, ज़्यादा बढ़िया लगता।
So that's why he's so obsessed with the moon.
A tragic tale, to be sure. But it does not excuse his many transgressions. No matter how much Rerir suffered in the past, the fact remains that he is what we know today as the Wild Hunt, wreaking havoc upon innocent lives in Nod-Krai. He becomes more dangerous with each passing day. If left unchecked, it is simply a matter of time before all of Tevat suffers the consequences. This is a threat that the Knights of Favonius cannot ignore.
A question for Miss Columbina. Forgive me if this is presumptuous, but have you ever seen the spatial gateway that appeared in Rerir's memory?
Never. But I have heard stories of something called the Moon Gate, and this seems to fit the description.
Miss Lama, any thoughts on this?
In the lore of the Frost Moon Scions, the moon is believed to hold many secrets. Some sources speak of ancient knowledge, others of a gateway to the unknown. The term Moon Gate is one I have heard before, but as is the case with all of our legends, there are no records of any first-hand...
Then back to Miss Columbina. As a moon goddess yourself, do you have some idea of where the moon gate leads to?
Not at this stage, sorry. I do hold the power of the frost moon, and my strength is recovering well. I can—
But there's more to the power of the frost moon than that?
Yes. A moon goddess has the right to open the moon gate, since it is a path to the moon. But and right now, I need to conserve my energy to fight the Rapier of Solnari. I'm afraid this is one mystery we may have to—
I agree. Better to save your strength. But if you'll humor me for a moment, I have a bold conjecture of my own regarding the world beyond the gateway. I highly suspect that neither Tholindis nor Rerir made it through unscathed. The evidence pointing to this is the fact that with the abyssal power he wields, no ordinary foe can touch him, let alone tear him to shreds. And yet, the wild hunt proliferates wherever his scattered fragments lie, drawing hordes of monsters to many different locations across—
So your theory is that Rerir was physically torn to shreds by some powerful force?
Makes sense to me. Explains why the wild hunt is so
Without the power of the abyss on his side, he almost certainly would have perished the moment.
I could not agree more. The power of the abyss is most surely a curse.
It is a compelling explanation, and one that accords with my present understanding of abyss creatures. Whether the life form in question is primitive or advanced, if a curse has extended its lifespan unnaturally, it will continue to survive in spite of everything. This raises some interesting questions. I will run— That being said, regardless of whether my research bears fruit, I would like to thank Miss Nefer for conducting such a thorough investigation.
My pleasure, Mr. Albedo. I too hope that the information I have shared today proves useful as we look—
Hey! What is it, Dainsleif? You look really upset!
It's just— when I think of the man I once knew as Rerir, I struggle to understand why things had to turn out like this.
The two of you used to be friends, didn't you? I don't know if these words will bring any comfort, but my heart goes out to you.
Mine too. We can never know all the hows and whys of the way things are. The moon and stars are full of untold secrets and lies, and the skies are host to many more mysteries than these alone.
Those are the first comforting words I've heard in a long time. Thank you both.
Well, I think this is a good place to end today's meeting. I'm sure Nefer needs some time to recover. She's been through an awful lot today.
That's very thoughtful of you.
Of course.
Sounds good to me. Take some time to rest and digest before we reconvene to nail down a plan.
Back to hotel, you see the Paimon.
Hey, is this a bad time? Nope. No need. Come on, let's talk.
कितनी बातें कर रहा हूँ भैया, मान जाओ यार, इनका बातें खत्म नहीं हो रहा, मेरा 2 घंटे से बातें कर रहा हूँ, खत्म हो गई।
Anyway, Nefer went back to the curatorium to get some rest, but before she left, she shared some things with me that I thought you should be aware of. Firstly, although she managed to trap the Raker of Solnari inside her chess set, there's no guarantee that the power of the Ibis King is any match for one of the 5 sinners. Their powers are beyond our comprehension. It's only a matter of time before he finds a way to break out. We have to come up with a plan and take care of him before that—
Honestly, I figured that might be the case. So, how long have we got?
Well, I asked her that same question. Felt like some cut. That remains to be seen. Which brings me to the second issue. Dainsleif is obviously conflicted about this whole thing. But given how little time we have, there's no way we can pull this off without his help. You have some history with him, right? Do you think maybe you could talk to him for us?
Still what I have come to do.
Great. I appreciate it. All right, on to item 3. So, Albedo, Durin, and I put our heads together and came up with a plan. Can't promise it's gonna work yet, but at least it's a start. We figured we'd bounce the idea off you first. We'll explore it further once everyone's recovered.
Oh, I was dying to hear—
All right, so here's what we're thinking.
भाई खत्म करो, काफी देर से हो रहा है भाई बातें। इस शॉकिंग प्लान वेट फॉर समथिंग।
We felt a little uneasy about roping you into this. I mean, firstly, you're not locals, and secondly, none of us are your boss. You're well within your rights to refuse if you so choose.
Roping us in? Why would you even say that? We know the stakes here. It's all of us against the Rayher of Solnari.
I choose my words very intentionally, I'll have you know. I like to think there's an art to striking a down-to-earth tone even when the stakes are through the roof.
Sir Varka, I have a few thoughts about this plan.
I'm all ears.
I think we can be more flexible with how the roles are allocated. In my view, the most sensible lineup would...
प्लीज यार खत्म करो, घंटा हो गए, नेक देर का ब्रेक तो दो यार।
I see your point, yeah. But if that's how we're going to approach this, you'd better make sure you're ready. To be clear, I don't doubt your abilities. Far from it. I just want to make sure.
I want to do everything within my power. The Rayher of Solnari is a truly fearsome opponent, and if I do my part, it'll greatly reduce the risk for—
Well, that tracks with what I've heard. Jean's mentioned in her letters that you're— as in, most people weigh up the risks and rewards in situations like this. Of course, everyone appreciates a fearless pioneer. But all that aside, I'm the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
Thank you, Sir Varka.
I should be the one thanking you. It means a lot to have you on board. I'll give some serious thought to your suggestions.
भाई ये ना खत्म करके देंगे, मुझे लग रहा है। भाई मैं थक गया, ये कितनी देर का मिशन था, मेरे को तो इसने दिमाग खराब करके रख दिया। मैं अब नहीं करूँगा, मैं जा रहा यहाँ पे। भाई मैं थक गया भाई, इनने थका दिया लिटरली भाई, मेरा दिमाग खराब करके रख दिया इन लोगों ने गेम। तुम करो यार, ठीक है भाई कर लेंगे, थोड़ा तो ब्रेक दो।
Yep.
मुझे तो लग रहा है ऊपर है, ऊपर नहीं।
Stop me!
ठीक है
Grab the engines!
Repairs complete. It was just an old circuit. Nothing.
Such remarkable efficiency, Miss Inefa. If it weren't for you, this streetlight would have had me stumped. If it had proven beyond fixing, I may have had to take my own lantern and—
Aino previously proposed a solution. She said she could train the Ratniki so that way you wouldn't need to inform Aino every time a streetlight goes out and then—
Yes and no. Strictly speaking, maintaining the brightness of the lights has been their traditional role. Before the use of Kuvaki became widespread, the streetlights were powered by regular oil. Because of how dangerous said streets were at night, the Ratniki took on this role. But as I'm sure you've already noticed, the current streetlights are powered by Kuvaki. Because of this, whenever a light—
Aino organized an—
I didn't leave.
True, but and then I was so pleased. Please say it in full.
I
That's better.
Traveler. A companion. Oh, naturally, considering—
Stop me!
ये सुना जा सकता हूँ। ये ले लेता हूँ, है चालू।
The rewards of an adventure worth remembering.
अब ये तो मैं बाद में करूँगा। वो वाला कर लेता हूँ, मैप वाला पहले काम। ये वाला मैप वाला रहता है ना, सबसे ज़्यादा प्रदान करता है ये वाला।
Maybe you...
ले भाई 3 लेवल पहुँचा दिया मैंने। एक जीबी रख दो कुर्सी पे, कुर्सी पे। चलो यहाँ रख दो। ठीक है, तो 3 बार तो बनी भी नहीं है यहाँ पे। एक जेबी रख देता हूँ, एक जेबी नहीं, ज़्यादा तो कुछ बढ़ेगा नहीं, यहाँ से बढ़ेगा, ये कर देता हूँ। जी मेरा बहुत है, ले लेता हूँ, के लिए कहीं और भेजूंगा उसे मैं। ठीक है भाई, चल तो पैसा निकाल दे मुझे। हाँ फर्नीचर लगानी है ना, फर्नीचर लगा चुका हूँ मैं ऑलरेडी।
If you ever...
यहाँ चलते हैं पहले।
Search for new prizes. Burn it down!
हाँ
Light it up! Nice! Wait.
3 लाख इतने तो ऐसे ही ले लिया मैंने। 3 लाख ये वाले में चले जाते, जल्दी भाई हो जाएगा।
Running late again.
Rise with the sun!
Confirmed. Here to play with me. Light the blazing sun! Resistance. Shine.
देख भाई मेरा तो काम यहाँ पे मैंने कर दिया अपना ये वाला। अब वहाँ चलते हैं मॉन्स्टेक। मॉन्स्टेक में जाके, अरे कहाँ है ये? पास में ये बात है।
क्या?
ये बना दे जल्दी से तीनों। लगे अभी मैं करेंगे पीछे जाके।
Add Astro.
करता अपने
Thank you for completing today's commission.
ये बता रहा है इसको मारो।
Add Astro.
अब नया होगा कंफर्म बस। अब इसमें देखते हैं इसमें क्या है। नॉड-क्राई में क्या क्या है ये देखो। जो भेज दे रहा हूँ देखिए। हाँ एक के लिए ऐसे भेज दे रहा हूँ। किस पे बोनस है? ये पे नॉड-क्राई का कोई है नहीं है, बोनस नहीं है इसके लिए। मॉन्स्टर में देखिए इसके लिए भेज दे रहा हूँ। पैसे कमा लेता हूँ। एक इसको भेज दे रहा हूँ। इधर कौन है? तू चल जा। ठीक है इधर क्या है? एक इधर ही इधर जरूरत नहीं है, जरूरत नहीं है इसकी जरूरत है। थोड़ा वाला बताओ। क्या दे रहा है? इधर के लेवल पे कोई है? नहीं हुआ ठीक है। यहाँ के लिए चलो मशरूम के लिए एक मैं भेज रहा हूँ। कोई है मेरे पे जो बोनस है? अबे कोई ना है। इसे भेज दूँ? इन्हें फगोरी भेज सकते। लूंगा को भेज दे रहे हैं। नॉड-क्राई में भी भेजना है एक मुझे। नॉड इधर भेज दे रहा हूँ अभी के लिए मैं। नॉड-क्राई के लिए कौन है? आई ना वो भेज दे रहा हूँ जा। ठीक है भाई ये सब भेज दिया मैंने। देखते हैं कितना हो गया। 26 अब आ जाओ बताओ। ये डेली इसमें जो 700 हो गए, ये 50, ये 7 हो गए, ये 6, ये 0। बॉस को छोड़ दिया, बॉस गया बाहर से। बॉस नहीं पिट रहा, कल आके पीटेंगे बॉस को। एक रेड की बची, एक पिंक की बची है जिधर। हाँ जब मैं कर आता हूँ चले जाते हैं यहाँ पे। ऐसा कर जाते हैं यहाँ पे, एक की और मिल जाएगी। सात का 7 ले और बढ़ गया हमारा स्टेमिना। अब हमारा एक रह रहा है, सब पूरे हो जाएंगे। 30 चाहिए। कितने मिले हैं? ओके ये मिला है 60 वो मिले हैं, और कुछ नहीं मिला। 15 मिले हैं वो। ठीक है सिजल्स, नाइस। ये भाई हमारा ये तो हो गया कंप्लीट। कल ये कैसे करके इसको करना पड़ेगा, सैटरडे है कल। तो भाई लोग कल आते हैं यहाँ पे करते हैं। क्या दिखा रहा है ये दिखा रहा है, ये दिखा रहा है, ये दिखा रहा है, कितने सारे खुल गए। कर दूंगा मैं टाटा बाबा। मैं तो कल आज के लिए टाटा और कल के लिए बाय। कल मैं थोड़ा जल्दी कर, कल मैं जल्दी करते हैं बाय बाय। अरे भैया कहाँ चला गया वो भी इसमें, रहा बाय बाय।